Hey folks, we're back again looking at this Coleman lantern. This is the Model 220F that I'd already done a kind of a refurbish on and got it running, and it was running great. But then as I was using it, I noticed I had a small gas leak around this valve. And that was one of the things that I did not check out back when I was restoring this or refurbishing it, because I did not have the proper packing to redo it. Even if I had taken it out and looked at it, I was afraid I would probably damage it in the process. So I just kind of blew over that and didn't worry about it much. After I discovered that it was leaking, and the way I discovered it, I could smell when it was shut off. I could smell a little gas, and I knew it was coming from somewhere, but it wasn't a whole lot. So to discover it, what I did is I held a flame kind of in different areas just to see if I could get anything to light, and it just a tiny flame came from here. It may have come out from here, I cannot remember, but anyway, it scared me. I shut everything off and started taking it apart. Now I've already been into it, and I've got the graphite, the packing out, and it was damaged. And I'll show you where this actually belongs, but it's supposed to be perfect in all areas, especially on both of these ends. But this has got a chip in it, you see. I hope you can see that. And actually, it wasn't chipped this bad until I pulled it off and some more fell off, so it was already damaged. But anyway, I'm going to show you how to get up in there to that. We're going to put a new one. I got online and found a guy that sells Coleman parts. I bought the new packing from classiccolemantoolsparts.com. They've got a, says our store is new and we'll be offering more parts and tools. We make parts that are out of production or unattainable for many models and brands. You can contact them at classiccolemantoolsparts@gmail.com. And you can also find them on Facebook at that same Classic Coleman Tool Parts. Anyway, that's where I got my parts from. They sent it in this interesting some cardboard. They did this though to protect it, because these pieces of graphite are kind of sensitive or fragile. Basically, it's the same stuff, the graphite, like you have in a lid, like a pencil, like you write with. And so you know how that can break. I got a 3-pack, and I can't remember how much I paid for it. It wasn't terrible. I went ahead and got the 3-pack because I'm hoping to work on other lanterns as I find some. But anyway, they're just, he did a good job of packing this so that they didn't get damaged. And he also had put it in a bubble wrapper. And the cardboard keeps it from getting crushed. Anyway, here's the new ones. Look how nice they look compared to the old one. So now we're going to go ahead and put in the new packing. Of course, just remove the screw off of the valve knob and pull that off. Alright, we're going to use a 9/16. And when I had put this back together earlier, after taking out that packing and checking it, I did not put it on very tight. Wasn't necessary. So, we'll get this off of here. And then this stem should just unscrew from there. And that's it. And this is what shuts off that gas flow. Alright, the packing sits between this little collar thing and there. So what we'll do is we'll take that off. We'll get the new packing, graphite packing, slide that on. Put this little collar back on. Slip that back in there, but be careful not to catch that graphite on the edge of that and damage it. I've got a little oil or something on here. Okay. This is where one of those ratcheting wrenches would be awesome. And actually I've got one in the truck, but it's raining right now. I'm not going out there to get it just for this. Try not to bump my tank and scratch it. I know it's got some patina. I don't want to mess it up. I do have a protective coating sprayed on it, so I don't want to scratch that. Or start up any more rust. Still got oil coming out on me. I'm not exactly sure how tight this needs to be. Let me check on that though. Alright, what I just read didn't say how tight. It just says tight enough that it doesn't leak, but it shouldn't be tight enough that it's hard to turn this valve. Now that was one of the things I did notice about this prior to discovering the leak, was that it was kind of hard to open and close the valve. So we're going to go with that. Let's see how well it turns. Wow. That is way better than it was to start with. Much, much better. I'm going to see if I can tighten just the hair more. Still turns freely. Oh, wow. I wish I had known that. But, of course, this is all a learning process. Okay, let's... I don't want to be overzealous on tightening that and causing an issue. Or cracking that other next graphite. I'm going to set this off to the side. Alright, we're going to tighten the fuel cap. Then I'm going to pressurize it and we'll see what happens. Awesome. That's great. I did not count that. I should have. Now, I don't hear anything. Let me find a flamethrower. Alright, I didn't mean a real flamethrower. That's what I call these things sometimes. Use this one. This one is skinnier. I try to use these, but this is so fat and going into this hole, and when it lights I jerk and it gets hung. And anyway, I like something smaller, except this one is a little short, a little bit on the short side. But anyway, so let's I can't remember where that thing's supposed to be. I think it's supposed to be down. Oh, come on. Seriously? Okay. Ah. Oh, come on. There we go. Put it all the way up. Uh-oh. Got a leak. Turn that off. I just saw some fuel drip right here. So I'm going to turn that off. It's a little nerve-wracking when you're working with fuel like this, but this is not going to just explode. It's not gasoline, but it's still nerve-wracking. Let's tighten it up a little bit more. Let me close that right there. Put that needle up. I want to make sure I'm not making my knob tight. Oh, that's still pretty good. All right, let's have at it again. Come on now. Oh, I hate it when it does that because I'm afraid it's going to just whoosh, which scares me. Come on now. Alright. I wish it would make a larger flame. But I think it's as large as it's going to go. Is that larger? I can't even see. This says plus over here and this says minus, but I swear it's larger over on the minus. Or is it? Yes, it's backwards. Oh my gosh. Oh well. Okay. There. It's a little bit better. I like it when the flame is right there underneath that net or the mantle. I feel better that way. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and open this up. And I'm going to hold this under here and see if I see anything dripping on it. I just happened to notice it while ago. This will make it a little more obvious though with the napkin. Alright, so far it's not leaking. And the valve is pretty firm. Nothing there so far. Wow, I'm really tickled that this knob turns so much easier. I was not aware that if it wasn't easy to turn, that it was meant the packing was bad. Learned something new. I decided to go ahead and get my other lantern out and check this valve on it to see if it was turning freely. I couldn't remember, and it is. Look at those babies. Look how beautiful. This is a 220E and this is a 220F. The main differences between them is the hat or the vent. The collar is just decorative, a little bit different. On this one has just holes in it, and this one has little slots. The tank is just mildly different in shape. You can see the pump neck on this is a little bit longer than the pump neck on this one. There's just minor differences. I believe this may be just a hair taller than this one. Yeah, I believe the you can see the bottom is it's just ever so slightly different. The bottom roll on this is a little thicker than this one. This was just a slight bit taller. But yeah, the vents are a little bit different shape. That one has holes in it here, and this one has more slots. But aren't they beautiful? I love them. They really shed a lot of light. Alright guys and gals, if y'all like this video, please give me a like, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and do pass my channel along to your friends, anybody that may enjoy outdoorsy kind of things like kayaking, backpacking, hiking, camping, romping through the forest, anybody that's interested in do-it-yourself projects. I do some of that, and some gear reviews. And I'm getting into working on these Coleman lanterns, and I hope to do another. This is the one that I refurbished. I hope to do another. See you later.